This is PSVR GameScast Live. We film live every single MonJay Wednesday. Oh, wait. Hold on a second. I jumped the gun. We're not even supposed to be doing this part yet. What? Hold on.
Hey, Brian, guess what?
What's up, AJ?
I have officially booked my PTO on the 8th and the 9th and the 11th. No. Yes. And the 12th and the 13th. I am officially off of work for PAX. Now I just need to be able to afford to go.
Yeah. Well, okay. Listen, maybe I should put the fundraiser stream link to the fundraiser stream.
Cough, poke.
Right. Seriously, every stream we do is now just a fundraiser stream. But yeah, you know what? That's a good idea. I'm actually going to put the link to. Unless one of the mods has it handy. Does any of the mods have the link handy? I should have done.
Look, I'll be honest. I actually thought it was going to be later in May for some reason. I guess because last year in March it was late March. Yeah. So I was expecting it to be like late May. I am so glad we did that stream yesterday, and you mentioned, hey, it's like May 8th through 11th. I would have never known. I may have like really messed up and forgotten to book PTO off work. Which, you know, I got to go to the doctor. I got to go to the dentist. But fuck it. This is more important, right?
All right. Can you? I don't know. I don't know if the chat is hearing this too. Can you back off the mic just a little bit?
Yes, okay. I can.
Excellent. Okay, I think I'll be good.
Just back off, man.
Yeah, actually, that sounds really good. Okay, perfect.
Okay, good. What happened was I calibrated it right where I am now, and then I just end up getting really close to the mic for some reason. I don't know why I do that.
Don't lie to me. There's no calibration going on anywhere. Come on.
Calibration complete. It's like a tutorial of a game.
Whoa. Oh, hey, speaking of tutorials, man, I can't wait to talk about Resist, because even just getting through the tutorial, I was like, this is gonna be really good.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Are you ready to start the show then?
Oh, I'm always ready to start the show. Let's
Viva la Resistance!
This is PSVR GamesCast. Wow, this sounds like I just did this. PSVR GamesCast Live, where we film live every single MonJay, Wednesday, and 2 Eyes Friday. Right here on YouTube, we do it live 6 p.m. Eastern for your viewing pleasure. We care so much what happens, all the input that goes into Los Ojos. But we also care very much.
Ooh.
You're welcome. about your oral pleasure. And that's why our good buddy Rypop puts us up on podcast services of your choice. If you have low attention issues, short attention spans, that's what I was going for. Low attention issues, AJ. Then don't forget, either Rhodey or Waleed will put timestamps into the show after the fact, so you don't have to sit here and listen to us talk about Los Ojos. My name is Brian Powell from this channel right here without Parole, and this gentleman over here to my left, your right, it's AJ from the Underground, PSVR Underground.
Bringing a little bit of spice today to the podcast. I like it. What is up, Brian? What is up, Game Cats? Long time no see, but I still have missed you. And you know what? Mondays usually suck. Yes, it is so true. But we are here, Brian, for one reason and one reason only. To ensure your Monday sucks. Just a little less.
My Monday definitely sucks a little bit less now.
Good.
Yes.
Stream's over then. Let's wrap it up. Time to go home.
Right. Mission accomplished. Let's not screw it up. This could go horribly wrong.
Just stop while we're ahead.
Who knows
It's
what
only
we'll
downhill.
say.
It's only downhill from here.
Yeah. We could definitely say something to make somebody's Monday suck a little bit more on accident. And so why ruin a good thing?
Now I'm nervous.
Yeah. You should be. You should be very nervous. Yo, PAX is approaching. They announced today that Greg Miller will be there in some sort of official capacity. Like, it's not just him, repping Kind of Funny. It's some storyteller thing. I don't know. I don't read things when they're in front of my face. And so listen, we talked a lot about having Greg come on GamesCast. I talked to Greg Miller behind the scenes about coming on GamesCast. We kind of went back and forth through emails, and then eventually, like, it sort of fizzled out. And I was like, you know what? Like, you guys aren't really covering PSVR2 things. You don't really seem to like PSVR2. I was like, maybe maybe it's not good if you come on GamesCast. So, but if we're both going to be at PAX, I think it would be very cool to meet up with him and get kind of a temperature check, being like, hey, have you had a chance to get back into VR at all? We know the answer. I just want to kind of hear him say it to my face.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and you know, I know we've been a lot of the community, the VR community in particular, has been a little upset because, you know, they've talked about PSVR2 dying over and over with sound almost like hoping that it would. But at the end of the day, like, you know, Greg is a really nice guy, and you know, he does his own thing, and that's fine. I would like to like mess with him though. Like, we should all dress up as ghosts and be like, "Whoa, Greg, we are the ghost of PSVR2 past. Woo, you talk shit about us." No, no, I think it would be really cool to actually show up and represent PSVR2 in a really positive way. So, like, look at all these people that are here. There's not even any PSVR2s here. Yet there's this whole crowd that is here to celebrate games and stuff together, showing out, you know, with the big community presence, people from across, you know, across the ocean, all sorts of things. I think it could be a really cool, positive, could leave a positive impression, you know, and be cool about it, you know, just be there to have a good time and be like, yeah, man, like, I love PSVR 2. And, you know, don't have to be like, why'd you say it's dead, or be like, fuck Greg or whatever. Like, nah, that's not cool. Just
unlike the people who responded to my tweet, we could show them what a fucking positive community we are. We can show them what a great community we are. That we are not representative of the typical angry internet trolls. That doesn't really have anything to do with what we do here and Without Parole. And I think that would be awesome. I think it'd be awesome. Plus, you know, like, I really want to, sirens on my end, I want to track down some of the PAX guys, right? I want to get to know them. I want them, the guys who run PAX, I want them to know a little bit about Without Parole, and like, hey, we're fucking local, you know, like, or I'm local, based out of, you know, the same state, only about an hour and a half away from where they do their event, and just be like, hey, you know, like, we let have a panel room next year. You know what I mean? It's just like, this is the stuff that Miles is good at, and that I guess Wes is good at now, and that I'm really bad at. The whole making connections and like letting people know that you're more than just some name on an email that they get. And so I'm gonna
have a physical presence. It is different having that physical presence like that. Because this last year was the first gaming convention I've ever been to, and I was like, and it was just like an ocean of people, of just gamers, and I was like, holy shit, like, that was an experience for me, because I have never, you know, my family, like I said before, you know, my family, especially my dad, like, they did not like video games at all, or hardly knew anything about them. You know, my mom was always more supportive, of course, but my dad is like, he still tells me to this day, he's like, stop playing video games, they're for children. And I'm just like, fuck you, Dad. But yeah, so like, obviously I've been highly separated from like the actual physical presence of, like, you know, gamers and stuff. So it was a mind-blowing experience. It was so cool to see that.
Yeah. When you have like thousands of people all wandering the floor for the same reason, because they love video games, it's so different than what you expect, right? When you just when you only experience gamers as a whole online, where they're like nameless and faceless and they're hiding behind their keyboard, it's like, in person, almost no one's like that. Almost no one. I'm sure.
Dan Keeper says, wow, your dad sucks, dude. He's like a little Robert De Niro, just a little old Robert De Niro. He's chilled out a lot, but he still gives me crap about playing video games or whatever. And he's just like, why aren't you a millionaire? And I'm like, I don't know. And he's like, well, you're doing life wrong then. And I'm like, okay, thanks, Dad.
Wow. Okay.
He wanted me to be a doctor or the president of the United States. That's basically what I was only allowed to be. I was like, okay, not gonna happen, but
yeah. My dad is like the biggest gamer I know, or at least he was when I was growing up. And
so jealous. Will you adopt me?
Will I, or will my dad adopt you?
Your dad. We could be brothers.
I mean,
like, officially.
Listen, I'm not against it, right? But
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
but listen, like my brother and I have been out of the house for a very long time, and they recently got a cat. And I'll tell you this, the cat seems like a little much for them, right? So I don't know about having a full-grown son to deal with, in addition to everything else they've got going on. So,
Can I give
yeah.
a quick shout out to Non-Sagacious in the chat?
What
I was
else?
just thinking
Oh,
about
wait,
him.
you can if he agrees to come to PAX East.
Yeah, man, come on out. I think he's local, right?
I don't know.
Maybe he
Oh,
might
wait.
be.
Yeah, are you it's your Fall River, right? Is that right? No, it's oh my god, dude. If I remember
Don't
that from
dox
like
him.
Fall River's a big city.
Okay.
It-
He's like, oh yeah, you live at 1221 Fall River Drive. Yeah, that's right. Real name is no, but I gotta give him a quick shout out. Old school game cat. And I was thinking about you the other day, bro, and I was like, man, he showed up like once and then disappeared again. And now I see him in the chat. I'm like, okay, good. He's still around. That's awesome.
He's been around. He's been around. He's not
Okay.
not every show, but I see his name. It's not once and then gone. He's been around. What's up, dude? Okay, now we're just giving shout outs. What's up, Flame Hat? Shades, Techno Glitch.
You're the cat, Brian.
What's up, Dan Gamer? Random Toxic. Bound Underground. I'm just going up. Yeah, sorry. Now LC2552 Beats is like, well, he stopped right before me. And then Steve Irie's like, he stopped right before me. Bro, tomorrow, let's do some PSVR2 news. Tomorrow, Dark Curry is doing an AMA over on Reddit about, obviously, the PSVR2 port of Undead Citadel. If you can believe that it's still coming, that is. So
it seems like it's actually happening now. It's crazy.
yeah, because they're doing an AMA. I can point to other AMAs that didn't result in a game, AJ.
No, but I think they're for real now. Like I think they abandoned us and they released on Quest and didn't sell anything, and they're like, well, you know, that didn't work, so let's try again. Finally with PSVR 2, and I think they actually have a chance to do some good here. And yeah, like I said, I was just gonna completely erase Undead Citadel from my mind until they were like, you know, ready to launch. And we still don't have a release date or anything, but I do feel like they're for real now, like getting ready at this point. And it'll probably be announced for October and then get delayed out of October into early next year. It's going to be one of those three of my predictions.
AJ, so people are already asking questions in the AMA forum, but of course they're not going to be responding to these questions till tomorrow. That's when the AMA begins. I talked to these guys this morning. So AJ, do you have any questions for me that I might be able to answer?
Is there an actual game there, or is it just an arena fighter?
Oh, well, we knew. Yeah,
I mean, not that that's not a game.
Yeah,
but are there actual like structured levels, or is it just arena after arena? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I mean, from everything we've seen, it definitely looks like there's structured levels. And then there's the horde mode that is just like an arena fighter, right? Which I actually played on Steam and it was okay. But listen, I think I just scrolled through the questions that people have been asking on the AMA, and again, they haven't started responding yet. So let's jump the gun. It is sadly not going to be running at 90 hertz native, like a lot of us were hoping it would. High action game like this, we were really hoping that it would be like fast and fluid with no reprojection. Some people are going to care about that. Some people aren't. We know we're running a poll right now over on Discord about how much you care about reprojection, mostly because of Undead Citadel, to be honest with you. And so
it's really a game by game basis for me when it comes to that. Like some games I'm fine with reprojection and some I'm not. I prefer a smooth frame rate, like, you know, and that's the advantage that reprojection has, is like you can have a very silky smooth running game, and it allows you to add a lot more into it versus having to, you know, trim it down to be able to run a stable 90 native. So I don't know. It remains to be. It's kind of, you got to give it just like the actual eye test and go eyes on with it. But
yeah,
it's not always doesn't always spell doom for the visuals just because it runs in repro.
It doesn't. With Arcanage, I was actually surprised how nice it looked running reprojected. The fidelity was nice. It was sharper, even than the 90 frames version. And so I played for a couple hours through Arcanage with the reprojection mode on, and it was okay, right? It didn't feel quite as fluid as the 90 native, but it was okay. And so I hope that they nail this with Undead Citadel as well. Also, I complained on PSVR this week that they had the only PSVR2 footage that they had shown so far was on Twitter. Like they just uploaded to Twitter, which then it was like artifacted to death. It looked terrible, and so like we couldn't even really see just how good it was going to look. And so they said, "Hey, here you go. This is actual PSVR2 footage running at 1080p." And you can definitely see that this is probably going to be one of the best looking versions of the game. It looks pretty damn good. So that's that. To answer a few more questions that
I was going to say, is that all you have?
No, yeah. I mean, listen, just to get this out of the way, because these are obviously the number one questions people have. It's so yeah, again, running reprojected 120. And they are not using DFR. They are also, right. So, but some games just don't need it. I would say that like if they decided to try to run it 90 native, then they'd have to implement DFR in order to keep a certain level of detail going on here. So there's
after
that.
Waiting 10 years, that it'd be kind of nice for them to implement that.
Agreed. I mean, listen. I obviously responded by saying, be prepared. Be prepared. Yeah. Like the responses you're going to get are going to be exactly these statements. And they said people are going to be really upset that you're not using DFR, that it's not running 90 native. It's a high action game. So like,
not upset, just less excited. And there's more risk of it not looking as good as it potentially could be. This better not be like some questy looking game.
It depends where on the spectrum you fall, how upset you're going to be, right? Like for some people, reprojection just ruins games, and like they refuse to buy the game if it isn't 90 native. That is just a fact of life for some people, and so I let them know. I like this is going to be an issue for some people. I'm doing my best.
Headset rumble.
So they are fortunately using both of those things: headset rumble and adaptive triggers. So
nice.
Yeah, and I think that's all the information I have at this point. Hopefully they'll reveal even more during the AMA tomorrow. My guess, AJ, is that when they have everybody's attention over on the AMA on Reddit, that's when they'll reveal the release date. I feel like it's got to be real soon. Do you have any guesses on this?
I already said October, and then it's going to get delayed out of October.
Yeah, I'm going to say May. It's got to be May.
It's going to be May.
Got to be May. Yeah. I think that's it, because I think May is starting to get really crowded. And so that's just something that likes to happen, right? It's like, for whatever reason, developers are like, 17 other PSVR2 games are releasing in May. We should also release in May. I'm going to guess Ace of Thunder is doing that. I think Slender's already announced to do that. The Midnight Walk is doing that. I think Dig VR got pushed into May. There's a lot of stuff happening in May.
Do you think that's everybody trying to get their game out before it gets like peak summer time? You think we're going to have another long summer lull of just no releases? Because I thought that was terrible last year. I understand it's hard to play VR when it's really hot, but I've still pushed through it. And yes, I get sweaty, but I don't care. I still have fun.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know the reason, man. I'm assuming that that's got to be it. But like, why wouldn't you bring your game out in late September, early October to get a jump on the fall season when people are starting to come back inside and playing more VR? It's like, I don't know. It's not like these guys are racing the game, like rushing the game out, right?
Right? No, you don't say.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. It seems like they've taken so long. Again, they're beholden to nobody. So why would they be rushing it out before the warm weather gets here. I don't know. Seems silly. Yeah, Robbie also says it's also not hot in other parts of the world, which makes sense.
It's true.
It's never hot in Antarctica.
I was going to say the same thing. Yeah, just if you live in Antarctica and you have a PSVR2, you're fine. You're fine all year round. Wow, Tornado's really giving the stare down. She's like, "What are you doing?" Do you think? I don't know if they're going to release I don't know if they're going to put a release date tomorrow, but I do think they're going to maybe try to answer a bunch of stuff. And I wonder if they're still at a point where if they have a big negative response or anything, or they don't feel comfortable with the response that they're getting, if they'd actually consider, adding things like DFR or a possible native 90 mode or, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible. I do think that they're going to. I mean, they're already tweeting about how they want to add a multiplayer mode, a co-op mode. So if they do that, then cool, right? Like, but is it going to be too much to add a 90 frames native mode at this point? Like, would it, if they had began development with that in mind, it probably would have been easier. But we'll find out.
All right. Well, looking forward to that tomorrow. You said?
Yeah, tomorrow. Cool. Yep. AMA.
Awesome.
I said, hopefully they tell us something we don't already know that I didn't just answer for you right now.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got, man. PlayStation blog. The PlayStation blog announced.
Oh boy, here we go.
This is always fun. Always announced the the top downloads for PSVR2 March 2025. Let's fucking go. I'm gonna go over full screen here and we'll bring it up so that you guys can all read along with us. It's gonna be great, man. It's gonna be great. I hear Arcanage so big. Oh wait, that's not the title of the video. Oh no.
Yeah. About
boy,
that.
We're in big trouble. All right, let's scroll down. All right, PSVR2 games. Start at the bottom of the list. We're gonna go. We're gonna go with the US here. Drunken Bar Fight number 10. It's amazing that game just holds on, dude. Like,
well, to my knowledge, it's a lot of parents like to let their kids play it. Like a lot of kids enjoy it.
Yeah.
And that's usually who ends up playing it the most. So,
interesting to see at number 9, Metro Awakening, but over in the EU, Exocars actually cracked the top 10. That's pretty good. Pretty good.
Somebody, they were the multiplayer never dropped, did it?
Yeah, I can't even keep up, man. Like they updated the game. I don't know if they got the multiplayer in there. They said they added more maps, they added this, they added that, but then it was like, well, wait, what about the stuff that you promised? I think they might have gotten the force feedback for Logitech in the Fanatec wheels. I got to get back in there, man, and give it another shot.
So it sounds like it's going to take a little longer, but it's going to be dropping with like multiplayer and force feedback stuff potentially. We shall see.
We shall see. But again, it's just some of these games, man. It's just how life is now. Games come out, they're just a work in progress. Sometimes they're buggy, sometimes they're lackluster feature wise, and
this is the darkest gaming timeline.
It is. This is the darkest timeline in general, dude. But I'm really happy that Into the Radius is at number 8. That game should always be on the top 10 list. That is. When you look at something like Drunken Bar Fight and you're like, yeah, I kind of expect to see that there because it's cheap, and it's just kind of this goofy game that has made its rounds on YouTube and a lot of streamers have played it, and you just kind of know, this is maybe something people pick up when they get a headset. Into the Radius is like a fucking hardcore first person shooter, and like it's just good that there are people out there giving it a shot every single month and saying, like, yeah, I'm down, give us more of these. It was also on sale, so I think that was part of it.
It's a phenomenal first-person shooter, and people really like the Stalker series, the Metro series, and Escape from Tarkov, things like that. So, yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. I think what was it on sale for? Like $20 or something? I know it's cheap already for its normal price, but I think $20 is the sale price.
Yeah,
Creed Rise to Glory Championship Edition, which was number 10 in the EU. A solid game, man. solid game. I really enjoyed the PSVR2 remake. Felt really good. Although I will say that if I'm going to be boxing in VR, that Mutant Boxing League game, actually, they dropped the price on it, and I think it's really fun. I might have to do a little Brian bite on that because it's a good boxing game. I don't know. People probably would rather play Creed.
Creed has always been a strong seller. IP boxing game, you know.
Yep. I mean, I think that's what kept Servios alive all these years. It certainly wasn't the sales of like Raw Data and Sprint Vector and Battle Wake, right?
I was thinking that other one, the Puzzle
Electronauts?
Bobble.
Oh, right.
Puzzle Bobble. It definitely wasn't Puzzle Bobble, that's for sure.
Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Swordsman VR is number 6.
Release the Kraken.
Yeah, it was number 7 in the EU, man. This game's selling well too. It, again, just like one of those staples that you pick up a headset, you probably pick that up too.
Yeah. It feels good to play. Good physics-based brawler. People like that.
Number 5, Pavlov, probably the best social first-person shooter we have, as far as like lots of options for PvP, lots of co-op stuff, lots of different game modes, a lot of fun. Hang out with your friends, play all day.
By far the best.
Mm-hmm. Here's where my stomach starts to turn a little bit, AJ, because we got Flight Simulator Delivery 2025 VR. Here's my guess. Microsoft hit those fuckers up and we're like, you cannot call your game Flight Simulator 2025 because it used to be called Flight Simulator 2025. When it first came out, that's what it was called. They added the word delivery in there. And it gets worse, AJ. This is a piece of shit flight sim game. Right? It's just horribly made. It is very little to it. It's very boring. It has nothing to do with being. It's not a flight simulator in the slightest. There's only like. Did you play it by any chance?
Hell no.
I don't know if I was like mansplaining to my co-host.
No.
Yeah. I mean, I only
nothing about it.
I played like 2 or 3 missions and went to different airports, and I was like, there's a game there, but it's just like Grand Rush VR, right? It's not a good game. And people are only buying it because we desperately want like a flight sim game in VR. But it's bad. It's really bad.
I'm pretty sure people are just buying it thinking it's Flight Simulator, and
Exactly.
I think that's why they did that. Like that's
Yep.
that's why they do that. But I don't know, man. All you influencers out there that made the do not buy this video, man. Here's a little piece of humble pie because you failed to stop people from buying it. I'm sorry. Shows you how much control we really have over everything, right?
Yeah. I mean, listen, like I should still get a Brian bite out there to stop any more potential buyers from considering this game. Dude, like I said, it gets so much worse.
I mean, to their credit, they tried, but yeah.
Well, here it is. It's worse because Flight Simulator Delivery 2025 VR actually topped number 1 on the sales charts in Europe. Number 1.
Europe, what are you doing? This reminds me, what was that game that was made by Fast Travel Games, I think? That like everybody bought it because they thought it was like some other game. Like there is a I know we don't ever like to say developers and cash grabs and stuff, but clearly this is what this seems like this is, because otherwise they would have named it anything else and not made it even the cover, I think, looked a little bit like Flight Simulator.
Yeah, they used a bunch of AI generated art for the banner.
Apex
make it look really
Construct. Everybody a bunch of people bought Apex Construct because they thought it was Apex something.
Legends. Yeah.
Legends.
But in Apex Construct came out way before Apex Legends. That was the fun part.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So they had a nice little spike in sales when Apex Legends came out. It was interesting.
Yeah. So I'm going to chalk this off as one of those. People thought it was actually Flight Simulator without knowing better.
Absolutely. Plus, it was really cheap. I think that's the other thing is that like people. I think once you get to a certain price point of like $15 or whatever, you don't even go. It's not even worth looking up a review. Like this will be fine for $15. I feel like I know what I'm getting into. But the fact is that, yeah, I mean, I see people talking about Ultra Wings in the chat. Ultra Wings 2 is a far superior game in every regard. And what was that? $20? $30?
I think it was just $20.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, like just spend a little bit more and get a game you can spend 50 hours in instead of a game that you're going to put down after 20 minutes because you're like, this is just awful.
It's easy to fall for it. Like, I don't blame any people for falling for it because, I mean, you just don't know until you find out the hard way. And it happens, man. It happens, especially if you're new to VR. You don't know, without Parole exists, you don't know YouTube as a resource exists. It just happens. And then you find out afterward. But
yeah.
It is sucks. What it is.
Alien Rogue Incursion is number 3. I'm sure you're happy about that. Actually, in both territories too. That's even better.
I am for multiple reasons. I actually really enjoyed Alien Rogue Incursion, and since the update, it seems like people finally bit on that update when that dropped. That's a pretty big game changer for that, because that was like the number one issue they resolved. And it just enhances the experience so much. And I love Aliens, and I want to see them make I want them to make part 2, and I want them to continue using this. I think it's the best game Servios has made in freaking years. Yeah.
I mean, I guess I agree.
Years.
But I think they hadn't made many games in the last few years. So like, yeah. It is better than Battle Wake, and I love Battle Wake. I don't know. Is it better than Sprint Vector though? I really like Sprint Vector.
I love Sprint Vector and I love Raw Data.
Yeah.
And then after that, I don't think I really loved any of their games that was almost 10 years ago, Brian.
I know. I'm still a little bit bummed that we never got the Westworld game, because I heard that was really good.
Oh yeah. I
yeah.
didn't know that.
Also, Alien Rogue Incursion was on sale, I believe, for $30 instead of 40. I think that's why Metro popped back up on the chart a little bit.
Yeah.
But I guess we shouldn't be terribly surprised about the top 2 on the list. We got Among Us VR, which is just, it's Among Us. It's popular. Kids like it, adults like it. And now the lobbies are going to be way more full, because they made Among Us. It's not going to be called Among Us VR anymore. It's just going to be called Among Us 3D. And so it's just going to be playable in VR and on the flat screen. And so the lobby should be way more full once they get all the cross-platform stuff up and running. It'll be soon. And then of course Beat Saber's number 1, like always number 1.
Yeah, which doesn't, as much as I'd love to see Arcanage right there, or Metro, Behemoth, something. I'm okay with this. This is Beat Saber is a great game. It's the most popular VR game of all time at the moment. Maybe Half-Life Alyx, I don't know.
Now people don't buy expensive games in VR.
Like I really, really like Beat Saber. So and those developers, even with all the success, were still extremely nice and good people. Yeah. And that just is a really good sign of strong character and stuff. So congrats, Beat Saber. Yes, I'd like to see something that I personally like more up there, but I think Beat Saber is still a great game.
Arcanage not being anywhere on the top 10 list bothers me. Arcanage is just such a great game. It's as far as I'm concerned, the best combat in VR, some of the best looking environments in VR, just such a great adventure. It definitely bums me out, and that was on sale as well. Like they I think that was...
The ratings are still climbing. They're at 648, and they're rocking a 4.86, almost perfect score rating. Nice. And 648. It's still selling big. I don't care if it's not on this list. Arcanage is still selling big.
All right. Good to know. Well, AJ, listen.
I left at Ben Schroeder's comment. He says Arcanage sold so well, it's literally off the charts.
That's great. Well, AJ, if you want to take a look into the future, and this just suddenly turned into a prediction episode. I'm going to predict that this upcoming game that comes out, not this week, but next week, is also going to top the charts, but it's probably not going to be any good. And that's Extreme Off-Road Racing VR.
Yeah, I saw this.
Yeah. So this popped up on the PlayStation Store. As far as I know, there is no trailer for the VR version specifically. It is just you could just watch this trailer for the flat screen version, and it's not doing the game. It's not doing the game any favors. It is super basic, bouncy cars everywhere. I have no idea. There's no way this is going to be very good. But I guarantee you, AJ, because people again want racing games, and they want they would love a game like this, but they would like a good one. This doesn't seem like a good one. This is going to be on the sales charts next month. If they sell this game for like $10-15, it is going to chart. And
it's going to be $9.99 apparently.
Oh my God.
Which is weird. You can't. This is not available for purchase.
Yeah.
But actually, on Google, you can see it says $9.99, which is weird.
Interesting.
With free next day delivery. There's a flat version of this game, Brian.
That's the trailer that I'm playing right now.
Oh, okay. And I think there's a VR. I don't know actually if there's a VR trailer or not yet. I thought there was a VR trailer on Steam.
You know what? You're right. I think there is a VR trailer on Steam.
The flat version has 3.76. So, I mean, and then 6.4K things, reviews. 5 stars is at 49%. 3 stars is at 22%. 1 star, 16%. So definitely going to probably be a mixed bag, average to below average kind of game.
I mean, what do you expect for $10, right? The problem is that like we don't expect a great game for $10, but is it worth $10 to buy a not so great game? Like, I don't know. Think so.
I was hoping, I'm okay with like a cheap arcade racing game. Like shit, I grew up on Hydro Thunder, and well, those weren't cheap, but
I think Hydro Thunder on N64 is like $85.
Well, I mean, like nowadays, they're still great, but they, I mean, like a game that from that era now, releasing now, this is like kind of reminds me of. The problem I had when I looked at the gameplay, like, it didn't look exciting. It looked pretty barren, like environments wise. Like it's literally just dirt that just goes up and down a little bit, and there wasn't really like a lot going on in the environments or the didn't really seem very exciting. So yeah, I don't know. I'll probably let you buy this and just tell me if it's even worth half a damn.
Yeah, listen, I gotta get Brian Bites back up in full force, right? Because just things like the flight simulator game, things like this that people are gonna be interested in, right? I need to get in there and play a couple hours and just be like, don't fucking do it, don't do it, right? Like I just need to get those like warning videos out there. So I will definitely stay on top of this. Dude, like sometimes these developers are actually like proud of what they've done, and so every so often I can get in touch with them ahead of time and get like a review key or something. So I'll do my best.
I don't like to judge too early because sometimes there is some stuff that's like will kind of surprise you sometimes. Like, hey, it's like this isn't bad or something.
Yeah. All right.
I want this to be good, but I doubt it.
I doubt it. AJ, you know what I really want to be good. And even better than that. I don't just want it to be good. It is actually good.
God.
What?
It's terrible.
What?
I'm going to resist making fun of you.
I'm going to change your name tag to Miles Dyer right now. If you make jokes like that, it's like, how are we supposed to tell the difference?
I've just known you too long, and I knew exactly what you were going to say before you said it. And I think now I know why you go, oh, I hate that. I knew you were going to say that. Now I know why.
This is sadly. Listen, my transition didn't even, my segue didn't even come out the way that I wanted it to. It was very stilted. It was pretty bad. You know what? It was so bad that I think we should take a break and before we get back in there and let's talk to the cats.
Let's regroup. Let's huddle up. Huddle up, cats.
Absolutely. Let's check out some of these tips. Let's see what the cats are saying. Nyla's riding the game feeling with a $20 tip. Says I missed Sunday's PAX fundraiser, so here's my late entry. Thank you so much, Nyla's Ryan. If anybody is contributing to the PAX fundraiser, please use the link that I pinned in the chat. Because a bunch of people have donated through tips, and so I'm going to have to move some of that somehow. but it doesn't lessen my gratitude at all. Nihilist, thank you so very much.
It's
Ben
okay,
Schroeder.
Metal Feline friend, you meant well.
I mean, listen, it helps the channel one way or another.
Helps. Yep. Yeah.
Right.
There you go. It sure does.
Yeah. Shades of Grey Matter says, Brian needs to have Brian dumps, which is an even lower effort than Brian bites just for the shitty games. That's really funny. What was it? This was in response to Slapnut said, even just a quick shout out, Brian, if the game is shit, just do a 1-minute video for shitty Brian bites and 3-minute videos for games worthy. I don't know. Yeah. I'm getting better at making Brian bites. So I'll be able to push him out a little bit easier. I'll be able to push out the Brian dumps a little bit easier. AJ would laugh at that if he was paying attention.
Schroeder with the 5 gifted without Parole memberships. Thank you so much. And congratulations. It's free real estate. Zoe Harris, Tripman Gaming Network, T-Dog, Michael Keating. Congratulations. And thank you, Ben.
Michael Keating? The Batman? No, it's Michael Keating.
He's Batman.
He's Batman.
Michael Keating.
It's wrong.
It reminds me of Office. Reminds me of Office Space. Like any relation to?
Right. Why should I change my name? He's the one that sucks. Michael Grant with the $5 says, after your time with the PS5 Pro, can you recommend it yet for VR, or is it still not enough to justify the purchase? Listen, I don't think it's worth like what is it, $700? I don't think it's like, if you're just dishing out $700 to get a PS5 Pro, then no. I think if you can sell your PlayStation 5, your current PlayStation 5 for like $300 or $400 to kind of negate the amount a little bit. If you're the kind of person that notices small differences, right? If you're the kind of person that like reprojection effects, if you're the kind of person that is going to really notice when something's super sampled 2x instead of 1.5x, like how good are your eyes, right? Because there are lots of little things. Plus, there's the occasional game like Vertigo 2, where there are, early in the game, there's some like really bad frame rate stutters that the PlayStation 5 Pro just fucking iron out. So it's honestly, like, I'm really glad I have mine. That said, it's hard to recommend until there's like official PSSR support, and developers can like take full advantage of the Pro for VR, because as of right now, they're not really able to do that.
That is, of course, until you play No Man's Sky with me for the fundraiser stream.
That's a good point. No Man's Sky is one of the better games for the Pro. If you're the kind of person like AJ and like a lot of people who play No Man's Sky that spend hundreds of hours in that game, and you plan on spending hundreds more, you're going to keep playing every single update. Man, that is one of the best improved games for the Pro. You look out on the horizon, everything is just sharp instead of like the kind of the muddy stuff, muddiness that happens on the OG. And there are great examples. I mean, even Gran Turismo 7 has that different type of reprojection that makes the game look better. So yeah, I mean, there are examples already here and there before the full breadth of official Pro support comes our way. I don't know. It just depends on how much you play VR and how astute your vision is to recognizing these little things.
I'm still holding off. Because again, I just, without any, yes, those are like a little bit of significant things here and there, but I'm still holding off because it's just, there's no like official support. And if games look like crap on a base PS5, I'd probably already have one, but they don't. Right. This is like we're talking like, I mean, tiny little differences to me personally. Is it better? Yeah, maybe like a little bit here and there for like what, 5 games, 4 games, something like that. That, most of them aren't even like really big games. So other than,
if you listen to Reddit, Resident Evil 4 Remake looks radically better. I mean, listen, it doesn't. It looks
how
like
that works.
It looks exactly the same. But I mean, whatever. whatever. If the placebo effect is important to you, it's got that in spades.
Yeah, like I
Yeah.
said, it's no, it needs official support for me to dive in.
Yeah, but just buy one before they become $900.
Yeah.
Thank you, Michael, for your tip. Berbercat with the level 1 membership says, "I Robot hype." When is iRobot coming out? Did I miss that? Is that coming out this week? This week. I forget when that's coming out. Anybody know? Anybody in the chat know? I can check on our Discord real quick.
What the hell's iRobot?
Dude, what? It's the Llamasoft game, the Jeff Minter game.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's fine.
What,
that one, yeah, I did.
You're talking about Isaac Asimov? Is that what you...
No, I wish.
Yeah.
I mean, we already got that with Journey to Foundation, but yeah, that one looks okay. It looks kind of like a mix between Polybius and like his other stuff. So like, I think I'm gonna like small parts of it, but not all of it. Dude just needs to bring Polybius, man. Like,
April 17th, 10 days from now. Yeah. 10 days from now. There are, it's kind of a blend of a couple different Atari games that I am actually a fan of. So I could see myself enjoying it, but we'll see what happens. Andrew Bailey with the 2 quid says, any ETA on a patch for Wanderer and stuff. It was interesting. I woke up today to a DM. AJ and I both woke up to the same DM from Sam Ramley over at Mighty Eyes, saying, if you guys haven't stopped playing the game yet, you might want to just stop until we let you know that until we greenlight it again. And it's like, no, we definitely stopped. Like it's so frustrating, man, because like I here's what I'll say. There's a lot of people who experience the same thing I experienced. The lead up being like, man, combat sucks, but everything else is actually pretty good. There's small bugs here and there, but I'm having a great time. You are experiencing what I experienced a week ago. You also might want to stop playing before shit gets bad, because shit's going to hit the fan and it's really going to ruin your experience and ruin how you feel about the game, just like what happened to me, just like what happened to AJ. Not telling you what to do, but you might want to.
It's hard though. It is hard because I've forced myself to keep playing because I want to, like, despite the bugs, because like I've said before, there is an amazing game buried underneath all that horrible lack of polish and unfinished jank and all the crap. But I also, as I've been forcing myself through it, I've also been seeing like more stuff that they've added, and I'm just like, I don't want to spoil anything, but like, man, it really is like, this is just like on paper, a well-rounded game that just reminds me of so many like, special gaming experiences that I had growing up, without too many spoilers, like, just moments that were kind of reminded me of like Tomb Raider or GoldenEye or something. And it's like, wow, you get all this in one game. Really phenomenal. And then even the puzzles, like I love the puzzles in the game. But yeah, the bugs, the issues. And here's the other thing is that a lot of these issues are newly introduced from the day one patch. Not only did the day one patch like not fix everything that we were hoping it would fix, it actually made a lot of things worse, which includes the left arm glitch that people are noticing, as well as this was my experience. Like I can play Wanderer like about 5 to 10 minutes a day. And that's how much I can tolerate before I have to stop, because yesterday, day before, Saturday, something, I played, and my left arm was glitching out. That's new. That from using the Echo Diviner thing, that's brand new from the day one patch. And then I got that fixed, and then 5 minutes later it crashed, which it had never crashed on me before. And I was just like, God, what a train wreck. So really, listen, if you purchase the game off of my personal excitement, I am so sorry.
Mine.
I really, really apologize. Usually we're very good. We're very thorough. There's a reason why I was really excited about it. And, I think those that haven't encountered a lot of issues yet are probably enjoying it, like I was. And, But man, if there's one thing I could take back is like, getting all excited about it. Like I was excited myself, knowing that what was from the previous game, like my excitement from the original game, knowing what I was going to get to experience again in new ways. I was like really, really excited about that. And, I don't think I don't know. I'm sorry if you bought that because of me and you're upset about your purchase. I'm really, really sorry.
Yeah, listen, I hope it tells you how, we feel guilty. We feel guilty for basically telling you, go pick this up. What I don't feel guilty about, right? Because I mean, I don't feel what I don't feel guilty about is that I do think that this is 100% going to be a great game eventually. I think this is going to be, and AJ will probably agree, either the best or one of the best PSVR2 games of the year, possibly of the generation, right? And so it sucks that it wasn't ready at launch, but also I don't think it's going to take very long until it gets taken care of.
Yeah, I'm with you 100% of the way. There's once they get it fixed, there is an amazing game already, minus the combat. If they fix the combat as well and fix like all the issues and bugs or whatever, yeah, I mean, I still think this could, despite leaving the sour taste in our mouth, just judging it by the game, the finished product, once it's finished, I still think it has a chance to be the number one game on my like personal like list, and it's going to be one of my favorite games. There is an amazing game in there, but like, they caught us off guard a little bit with the first impressions, and then, the launch day patch with the launch day review.
Yep.
Naughty.
Well,
They got me.
I mean, well, again, like I think that they meant to patch it on day one and rectify a lot of the issues that we had experienced. And like again, with a game this big, with a team that small, it is going to happen occasionally that they fix a bunch of stuff and they end up breaking more in the process. It's unfortunate.
That's definitely what happened. The day one patch actually hurt more than it helped, in my opinion.
Yeah, at least from what I've seen. Like old Darth was asking in the chat, how far into the Wanderer before the bugs start happening? I don't even know. Because of because I was...
It's about halfway through.
I mean, but have you started a new game since the day one patch?
I haven't started
no, starting a new game. I think the only way we would know for sure is to start a new game now and play through and find out that way. Here's what I'm excited about. I'm excited to not think about this game for the next month or two. And then when they say, hey, we've taken care of everything, then I want to start fresh. And I want to experience this game. I want to delete my save. I want to start fresh. And then I want to review this game and pretend like that launch never happened. Right?
Yep.
So I'm really hoping that's... I honestly just don't want to talk about Wanderer again for the next 2 months.
Yeah, we're not... This is the last time we're going to talk about it for now. But I will say, like, I do hope it gets fixed. And I am still very excited to play it if that happens. If that happens, I am still extremely excited to play it, but basically treating it like it never launched at this point. Like I did all the games in the same state, like Hellsweeper and all that stuff.
Switchback.
It Switchback. It's like, yeah, I'm going to give it the same treatment where it's like, I'm just going to pretend it doesn't exist right now until it's ready.
We got GameCast, specifically White Tiger with the Canadian $2 tip, says get globular cluster. It took a while to adjust, but it's great. He Tony the Tiger that. My globular cluster is still in the box, but I do promise you, I've not forgotten about the accessory video.
Jesus Christ! Please listen, man. Yeah. That's starting to sound like every time you say accessories video now, it's like when people say showcase. Like, stop it. Just don't mention it until you're ready.
Okay.
What I will say, so I've been using the globular cluster. What I will say, in my personal opinion, this is just from my experience. If you don't think, like, if you have no problem with the comfort of the PSVR2 stock, like as is, then I would not recommend the globular cluster. I didn't think it was uncomfortable, but I thought it was going to, and I had no trouble finding the sweet spot. And like, And I was fine with it because it was very lightweight. It kind of worked for me. Yeah, like it's still not as comfortable as the PSVR 1, but it made up for it by being so light. As somebody who didn't think the PSVR 1 was like very uncomfortable or wasn't having problems with it,
Yep.
and then using the globular cluster, I might stop using it because it's heavy and it adds a lot of weight and it doesn't really help some of the comfort for me personally. So like I like it in so many different ways, but I just think I think it's just not for me. I think my head is just, the way my head is shaped or something. I just don't think it works for me. And I don't think I like it as much as without it, but it was worth trying out so that at least I know from experience. But that's what I would say. If you're fine with the way PSVR 2 feels, don't get it. But if you find it to be hard to find the sweet spot, if you find it really uncomfortable, it does help with like the balance of the headset, but it's also going to add some weight to it.
Well, I have two PSVR 2 headsets, one attached to the Pro and one attached to the OG. One has the lenses, the Real Optics prescription lenses attached. And I think I'm gonna install the globular cluster on that one. So it's gonna be like my Frankenstein PSVR 2 headset, right? The one with all the attachments and upgrades and modules and whatever. And then the other one's just gonna be the base one, so I can always go back and forth and see see if I have differing opinions on one or the other. It will happen, I promise. It will.
There's lots of people it made a huge improvement for, so it's not everybody, but just for me personally, it's too heavy on my neck.
Planet says with the €2 says if you need to ask if the Pro is worth it, then don't buy. Yeah, that might be true. That might be true. I think honestly, like at this point, it's if you're happy with what you got, stick with it. Right, because I think if you go to the Pro, this is sort of what happened on the PlayStation 4 as well. If you go to the Pro and you start getting really accustomed to it, those small details start adding up, and it's hard to go back to the OG. Right, so like I would say if you don't know what you're missing, then the original PlayStation 5 is absolutely fine. That's where I'll go with that. Chilling on the beach with the $2 says update for Hitman for crashing issues coming soon. I don't know. I don't think IO has said anything, right? But it seems like a lot of people are having crashing issues. I have not been spending time with Hitman, so I've got no answer for this. AJ, are you having any issues with Hitman or still no?
No, but I haven't played, so everybody has pointed out to I don't know what's going on, man. I definitely see all those posts about Hitman crashes. I've played a shit ton of Hitman, and I haven't had any crashing issues. I haven't had any issues, and I've played several levels. I've played several hours. I have definitely experimented, messed around. I mean, I streamed for almost 3 hours when it launched, and I had zero crashes, zero issues. And so I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I think it's probably something specific, like maybe there's got to be something specifically that triggers it, and I've just been lucky to avoid it. The thing is unfortunately, probably there's people that are experiencing issues. Either they're encountering the bug in a certain place, or they've just played even more than I have, which would be a lot, because sometimes that's the case. Sometimes the people that are complaining about the issues are the ones that are playing just, every last little bit of it. So, it's not all I've been playing, but I've definitely spent probably like maybe 8 to 10 hours in it. Maybe more. So I've spent a significant amount of time, and I've had people that have played the same levels that I have say it crashes for them and it didn't crash for me. So I don't know what's going on.
All right, we'll do one more and then we'll get it to resist. Alejandro D, 2-year underground stranger game cat says can't believe Undead Citadel is releasing before Brian's accessory video. Listen, don't count those fucking
timeline.
chickens. Don't count those chickens before they hatch. We have no idea when Undead Citadel's coming.
Also very true.
Right? It's possible that neither one is happening this year.
You have until October, and then whenever it gets delayed from October.
Yeah.
I want 3 games to get announced then delayed in October, so my prediction comes true.
Nice.
I usually wouldn't ever wish that, but since I predicted it, now it has to happen.
Depends what the 3 games are.
True. Also true.
Nice. AJ, let's talk about some Resist. The Binary Mill, who so far had only ported the Gun Club VR over to PSVR2. That was the only one of their games they had managed to bring over. Is now changing that this week. I believe on Thursday they'll be released. Is it Thursday or Wednesday? I think. Listen, the PlayStation Store actually says 8 p.m. this Wednesday, the 9th. So for some people it's going to be the 10th, and for some people it's going to be the 9th, I guess, if that's how it works. But Resist is coming out very, very soon. This is a port of the PC version, and AJ and I have been playing this for. I mean, I mostly only played today. How long have you been playing, AJ?
I started over the weekend, and I've played maybe an hour and a half. I've played about 30-minute sessions at a time.
Oh, okay. I definitely thought you were going to be way ahead of me. But I spent 3 hours playing today, almost nonstop. I took a little break in the middle, just because I guess I hate when this happens. I put one of my Sense controllers on the charger, and like the light didn't light up apparently. And so I got in, and 5 minutes into the game, it was like left Sense controller, low battery. And I was like, oh, I'll just play until it dies. And I definitely played until it died. And so anyway, so besides that, I'm 3 hours in. I can only, based on the upgrade tree, based on the things I am seeing in the game, it looks like, what in the hell is that on the screen? The game, what is this? What is, I did not look at this footage.
What is going on here?
The social screen looks like a fucking disaster. So at one point, so I'm fighting this enemy in the enemy's shields.
Oh my god!
Right? So the enemy shields bounced me way, way, way high into the city, and I was like, "This is so fucking cool!" And it looks great in the headset. Like you really get that sense of height right away. And but I guess maybe it's not supposed to happen because on the social screen it's freaking the fuck out until I got.
It definitely it looks better in literally every single way in the headset than it does on that social screen.
Okay, so listen.
Goodness.
So I think I'm about a third of the way through. Like my guess is that this is going to take me about 9 hours to finish, maybe like 7 or 8 hours, something along that. But so far, I'm having a blast. Can we talk about the very beginning of the game? The very beginning of the game, before you even really know what you're doing, you're supposed to be like spying on somebody's conversation, and so like what you have to do is you have to pretend to be a window washer, and so you're standing on the ground, and then you get onto this lift that brings you up the side of the building, and you're literally like power washing the side of the building. And I was like, where the fuck is Power Washer VR for PSVR2? Like that was
I was like, hey, we got our Power Washer game now.
Right. So I was a little bit bummed suddenly because I was like, oh man, this is reminding me we don't have Power Wash VR.
The heights in the very beginning is really cool. Like where it takes you up, and you're like, whoa, okay. Starting to get really high up in the sky now.
Yeah, no, go keep going because my knees were getting wobbly just being there, and I had to lift my headset up like within 5 minutes of playing the game just to be like, Brian, you're in your apartment. These are not real heights. But yeah, my knees got wobbly. Keep going.
Yeah, no, I didn't have that much trouble with it. I was just like, oh, this is really cool. Like they're really taking you high up, and it keeps going for a while. You do have to stop, and you have to pressure wash the window for a second there, and then you keep going. And then you're supposed to be like, I guess you're kind of like, you're not like officially part of the resistance, I don't think, or you're like doing like a mission for them or something. And you basically, the story's not like a big deal, so I'm not worried about spoilers. It's not like any, at least in the beginning, there's no like shocking twists or anything. But you're basically spying on this dude, and he ends up murdering the president and then framing you for it, and then you have to escape, and then that's where the game begins,
and the chaos ensues.
Yes.
Yeah, and so the format of the game, as I'm sure just by watching the footage you're gonna be able to figure out, is it's very Infamous 1 feeling as far as I feel it, because they give you this open world city to traverse however you want to. And a big part of that is obviously going to be the grappling around, but then very quickly they give you a jetpack option. So it's like, man, it's just all of the coolest locomotion mechanics are just kind of thrown at you very very quickly in this game, and a lot of it's upgradable. But yeah, you don't really go into buildings. You accept missions from the top of buildings. You enter side quests from the top of buildings, and that was a complaint I had about Infamous. But Infamous was like a $60 game, and this is a $20 game. So I feel like I'm less critical of that here, where it's just going from building to building sort of thing.
Yeah, this is definitely an indie game. I mean, but that being said, it looks really nice, like for what it is. It is, it's not super detailed. It's not super dense city. But there is stuff going on. It's got this cool futuristic vibe going on with it, and yeah, it runs at a native 90 frames per second. It does use eye track foveated rendering. It does use, it does use haptics, headset rumble. And yeah, so as you're escaping from the president or whatever, I guess it's kind of weird. There's a lot going on. You're both working with this like resistance of like hackers and the resistance or whatever, doing jobs for them and trying to build kind of like a revolt against these, corporate overlords or whatever that are corrupt and, scandalous or whatever. But then there's also like this AI computer presence that like stops you and as you're falling or whatever in the very beginning, and then it kind of like goes through a tutorial of like how to swing. That's where it gives you the ability to swing, and that is the locomotion system in this game is all about swinging. And dude, I 100% agree. Like this what you wouldn't expect is that this does have that like a superhero vibe. Now, I'm not like the biggest fan of superheroes, but it does have this Infamous or Spider-Man kind of layout where you've got the full city that you have. It's open world. It's the full city that you can openly traverse, and then there's like the main storyline that you're kind of following. You've got people in your ear talking, saying, "Hey, meet up here. Let's rendezvous, and then get your next mission objective. What we want you to do." And but then there's like these things throughout the city, which are like these like challenges or points of interest, is what they call them. And this is where I was like, okay, this is where the game gets kind of cool doing the side stuff. This is exactly what I would want from like a Spider-Man game. Of course, this is a smaller scope. But it's stuff like, first you're learning to swing, and it feels really good. But then there's like these challenges as well, where it's like swing through rings throughout the city, like little obstacle course kind of things, little challenges. It's a lot like the Far From Home demo or Home Sweet Home demo from like Spider-Man. It's built a lot like that, except this is actually like a full game and not a movie promotional tech demo thing.
Yeah, and thankfully it does feel like a full game. Like it's so okay. I mean, first of all, listen, swinging around the city is so much fun. Right? They really do not push you to go do the next mission objective. They never push you to move the story forward. In fact, there's so much incentive for you not to do that, for you to go look around, find as many side quests as possible. And one of the things you can do is just kind of like shoot security cameras that are monitoring the city. You shoot one security camera and it like raises your threat level, very GTA like. Other security cameras like now are like, instead of beaming yellow, they beam red, meaning like they know you're around. And so, you take down a bunch of those. It's all giving you XP. It's all helping you level up. And the more you level up, the more points you get in order to unlock skills on the skill tree. And there's 3 different trees. It's just, and this immediately.
Also, thank God this is not a roguelike. Like, I'm so happy it's not a roguelike, because they could have done that route. I'm so glad it's not. And there is an upgrade tree, and it makes that upgrade tree more tempting. Yeah, you can upgrade like I've hardly upgraded. I've only upgraded like the first thing of everything it gives you.
Oh, wow.
And I probably have a boatload of points that I can use, but yeah, it's stuff like that enhances your guns and fire rate, and you can slow down time. It gives you like that ability. You can like increase the duration. Seems like there's actually a decent like skill tree to choose from.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I mean, like giving you just more control while you're in the air. When you're grappling, upgrade your jetpack to allow you to stay in the air longer. I mean, I went from grappling around the city only, like that was my only means of traversal. It's kind of sad every time you hit the ground too. You're like, oh, you feel like you failed, even though like you can just run around on the ground, and then hold X to do like a super crazy high jump.
Yes. You
but
jump like crazy. They definitely give you these amazing tools for like traversing around. I mean, you can go like way above the city. It's pretty crazy.
And then it fucks with your social screen, apparently.
Yes,
it does not like that. But and I think grappling is such a skill in this game. Not only is it something you can upgrade and improve through the skill tree, but it's also something you can just get better at as the more you play. They give you the option to use the analog sticks a little bit, but like if you want full control, you basically shoot your web onto a building, and then you can kind of like tilt the sense controller left and right in order to like literally do full 90-degree turns between buildings. And it doesn't control it all like I thought it was going to. And fortunately, it controls way better than any other web slinging game I've ever played. Like Windlands was really cool, but it didn't give you this kind of control. Like you can just turn in midair and it feels really, really good.
There's a great sense of speed, and there is a lot of control over it. And it's one of those like easy to learn, I wouldn't even say hard to master. I'd say like easy to learn and like medium to master.
Yeah.
Because like at first, and it introduces you to it well. Like it has you starting off swinging during the tutorial part at like 50% speed, 70% speed, and then it kind of like increases it as you go, and then so you get like a good feel for it. There's two control types. I used the realistic option, which it says is a little bit more of a learning curve, but more rewarding. Is that what you used as well?
Yeah. I mean, like it seems like the analog sticks are still on by default, right? So you can turn the sense controllers, or in a pinch, like if you really need to, just like jam on the analog stick to help you do what you need to do. But yeah, no, I'm definitely using the more realistic control scheme.
Once it goes full speed, I love how fast you can actually go. And the swinging feels really, really great. You have to grapple up on the top of the buildings. I turned like all the HUD stuff off because I was like, I don't want any of this.
Same.
I was like, it looks so much better with just all the HUD stuff off. You can go really, really fast, and you can even press the trigger and it like pulls you up. So like you can use that as a way to like not only swing, but you can press the trigger and get some like extra speed going. And dude, once you get like really comfortable with it, you can really like zip through the city and like tight little spaces in between the buildings. And that is so satisfying. And one of my favorite things to do is to grab like the corner of a building and just zip around the corner, do like a sharp, 45-degree turn around the corner. And you go so fast, it actually gives you a little bit of headset rumble when you do that.
Yes.
It is very satisfying.
Yep, absolutely. The going fast and feeling that wind resistance in the headset itself when it rumbles is fantastic. Landing on the ground when you've jumped off of a tall building, hitting the ground with the headset rumble feels fantastic. The haptics are great. The adaptive trigger support is great. Listen, I'm really, really happy so far, and I think what I'm showing here, I could be wrong. I think I'm just running around and fucking grinding, right? I'm shooting the security cameras to gain XP. I am stopping at every point of interest I can find and doing every single challenge, whether that's going through rings and trying to get the best score to get the most amount of XP possible or the most amount of money, whatever it is. On top of that, like. There's just like these wave shooter challenges. I really feel like Binary Mill was like, okay, we created this awesome looking city, right? It's got sometimes it's daytime, sometimes it's nighttime, sometimes it's raining, and it's got these awesome reflections in the puddles. Like the whole city just looks so much cooler when everything's reflective. And then they'd created this awesome city, and they said, well, now what can we do with this? And not only did they make a game with, and actually, it's actually a really fun story so far. There's a good sense of humor.
Yeah.
Like I've actually giggled a little bit here and there at some of the
Yeah.
voice over lines. And you know, you're gradually, it's an authoritarian regime that has taken over the city, and you're part of the resistance. And so slowly you're doing small things like converting billboards, like hacking billboards in order to take down their message and put up your message, that says resist. It's all these little things that you're doing, and it's all helping to convert the city, helping to get your message out there. And it just, the grinding in this just feels good. Like I have no desire to push the story forward at all until I've done every single side quest that I can possibly do and leveled up my character as much as I possibly can. I'm a little weirded out by it, to be honest with you, because I'm like, I checked before we got game keys or review keys. I checked HLTB.com, and HLTB.com only had one entry for resist. One person said that this game was a 2.5 hour game. And I'm wondering, I was like, maybe if you go right from the beginning, right to the end, without doing any side mission, without leveling up your character at all, like maybe you could get through it in 2.5 hours. I have no idea, but I'm 3 hours in. And like I said, I think I'm about maybe a third of the way through if I'm lucky. And so I'm just really enjoying not doing the story stuff right now. So the grinding is great. The upgrade tree is great. I'm having a blast with this.
Yeah, it's good, simple fun. It's not a very complex game. It's not, like I said, not the deepest mechanics, not the most detailed, but it looks good. It's so clean. Like it's such a clean game. And it was really refreshing after playing Wanderer. I'm like, this really feels like the cleanest game. One of my favorite parts about it is actually what you've been showing off in a lot of the footage here. I love taking on the big machines, the big sci-fi machines that storm through the city, and you got to attack their weak points. That has definitely been probably one of my other favorite parts besides just like swinging around through the city, because like there were times where they're like, okay, you got to go do this. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to go swing around for a little bit and like do some stunts and tricks. And, but I actually really do enjoy battling the big machines so far. That is pretty cool. They're cool enemies and they're fun to take down. Like the weak spots, you got it while dodging and swinging around. The drones are like, okay, like they're kind of just whatever, but the big machines are actually, I find, really fun to fight.
Yeah, the drones are fine. Like I love having something to shoot, and again, like killing that stuff gives you XP, and so far the pistols feel good to fire. You can just hold down for like a rapid fire shot, so you don't have to keep.
They don't overheat. They don't reload. You can just fire forever with those.
And I've already upgraded the pistols for them to have like a faster firing speed. I've upgraded that tree, the combat tree, in order for there's like, what is it? Drone research, so that you like by clicking on that, like drones are easier to destroy. I've unlocked the shotguns. Do you have the shotguns?
Yeah, I've got the shotguns.
Yeah, shotguns are great, man. And it's like, but they're not typical shotguns. Like they're what do you remember what they call them in game?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I forgot. But they're but I'm guessing there's got probably more weapons to unlock. I have no idea. This is a game that never came to PSVR1, so AJ and I are both playing it for the first time, and I don't know, man. I'm honestly excited for GAMESCAST to be over tonight so I can get back to playing it. Definitely want to have a review ready for launch, and but so far having a really, really good time. And it's priced so well. If this hits PSVR2 at $20 like it did Steam and Quest, what an amazing price for a fun game.
Solid, super solid game. Definitely some fun to be had. And like I said, I like the sense of speed. I like fighting the big robots. I like the story too, man. I like the banter, the narration, the main character you play as is pretty funny because she just like doesn't want to be there doing anything constantly. And like really, really solid so far. I have had fun each session I jump into this. I have yet to have a bad time playing this. So, good stuff so far for sure.
Yeah. And honestly, like listen, I guess we knew the quality was going to be there. The Gun Club VR port from Binary Mill on PSVR2 was just so great. Like just the high res and, ran at 90 native and the full use of the adaptive triggers and all that. But I'll tell you, this just makes me even more excited for Into Black, knowing that
Yes.
these guys are taking their time and making sure we get the best version of the game possible. So, really, really good stuff, man. Good stuff. I'm excited for this.
I'm enjoying this, and I'm really looking forward. Like, I am very excited about Into Black because that is my kind of jam right there. Sci-fi, colorful, like exploration looking stuff. I don't even know what it's about, but I'm excited about it. It looks fantastic.
Yeah, it's the No Man's Sky that I actually want to play. Yeah. Okay, let's tackle a couple more tips here.
Yeah. I'd say so far, this game is a should we, Brian?
Oh, it's a should we. Look at him. Look at him trying to revitalize should we or shouldn't we, even though I said we're not going to.
We're gonna do this, Twitcher. We're gonna do this, Twitcher. We got this.
Oh, this is Twitcher's idea. We're definitely not doing it.
Just pretend like just do it nonchalant. It's a should we. Is it a should we for you?
Is Resist a should we?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm so gun shy after Wanderer about saying anything positive about anything. Like I want to be like,
unless you've beaten it like to completion.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is why I was so like OCD about beating games. In I mean, you can certainly like throw in my imposter syndrome into the mix, but it's because like I was so OCD about finishing games before I reviewed them for the longest time because I never wanted anything like that to ever happen. And I don't want things like that to ever happen again. And so far I'm having a blast with Resist, but I haven't beaten it.
Always wait for reviews. Always wait for reviews.
Yes, and I promise, I want to get back on track with reviews. There's no Hitman review, and I don't know when I'm going to have time to do one. The Wander review will happen when they fix it, and it's just like I don't want that to be the case, man. I want the Resist review to be ready at the launch of Resist. I would love a Harpagun review to be ready at the launch of Harpagun. I haven't gotten a key for that, so I can't even play it. But I'm going to do my best. Like I think one of the staples on Without Parole used to be that you could go to the channel the day a game came out and go, oh look, Brian uploaded a review of this morning or last night or yesterday. Right? That used to be a thing you could count on, and it just really hasn't been the case recently. And so I would like that to be something you can rely on from now on.
You know who else likes to beat it to completion, Brian? The mailman.
Yeah.
I don't know. Shades of gray matter. You're funny. You got me.
Dan Kiefer with the $5 tip says, I never told my beanie story because of text limits, but I will post it later in the comments because the beanie saved VR for me. Literally. Are you the beanie? Is he calling you the beanie?
Of course I'm the beanie. Don't you know that's like what people call me? Did you not know that? Brian doesn't notice anything.
I don't know. Yep, I don't notice anything. Did you notice that you just became a Studio Ghibli character?
Oh no. Oh, dude, I want to be the Resident Evil one. I love our Resident Evil pictures. For those who missed the live stream yesterday, which, by the way, reminder, if you want to support us going to PAX, it would really help a lot. It would ensure that we get there. All of us, the links pinned in the comment. If you don't have to donate, but it helps a lot. Thank you to everybody who's donated so far. We're at $2,453 raised. Thank you. We got a long way to go, but we've got a lot planned for that.
Yeah, dude. I mean, listen, I don't think we're getting to 100%, but the fact that we're already to 12%, like, really, shout out to everybody who's already contributed. Thank you guys so very much. We have what are you showing?
This is us anime. Do you still have the pictures from yesterday?
Yeah, I showed them on yesterday's live stream. Listen. Do you want to see the pictures that AJ's talking about? Go watch yesterday's live stream. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, we can't just redo yesterday's show because a bunch of people didn't want to watch a fundraising stream.
I love those pictures. I saved those pictures. They're so good.
They are really good, and I can have your default picture be your Resident Evil character. I want mine to be the emo Brian character because that was.
Yeah, I mean, I like.
I
I'm
would
okay
fuck
with
that guy. I would fuck that guy big time.
I'm okay with the. I like the Resident Evil, the No Man's Sky, or the the anime one. All three of those were gold.
Excellent.
Anyways, thank you guys for all of your support so far.
And can't wait to hear the beanie story, Dan Kiefer.
Yes, I need to hear this beanie story because that
Rails.
really warms my heart to hear that.
He's going to leave it in the comments section. So after the live stream is over, he's going to leave it in the comments. So everyone has to come back after the stream is over and read it in the comment section.
Any positive change, hopefully it is a positive change, but any positive impact I can have on anybody's life just makes me happy. That's all I want to do at the end of the day. I know I fuck up a lot, but all I want to do is just make your life better in some way, and I hope to do that.
Just a little bit more.
Just a little bit more.
Just a little bit more. GameCast, specifically a White Tiger with the Canadian $2 tip, says, for Hitman, don't use manual save, use autosave. Wait, really?
I've only used manual saves.
I was going to say, I actually thought I heard the opposite, but don't listen to me.
I ain't doing anything different from what I've already been doing, and I've been avoiding Marrakesh, and I've been avoiding Colorado, and it seems to be working so far. Manual saves, avoid Marrakesh, avoid, I almost said avocado. Colorado.
What one's Colorado?
I love avocados.
Should we? Avocados? There is should we.
Oh, hard should we? Dude, okay, go to Walmart.
I'm just going full screen on you because
Go,
I can't
go to
be part of this.
Walmart. Everybody, I have an amazing life thing for you. Go to Walmart. Get which I rarely go to Walmart, so that's kind of crazy to hear me saying that, but get their English muffin toast, something like that. Yeah, I think it's called English muffin toast, and then get their guacamole and make avocado toast in the morning with that. And if you're feeling really fancy, if you've never had this is something that Julia came up with that is also delicious. Toast, little bit of
Monica
cream cheese, avocado,
little bit of Rita,
spread, and bacon.
I'm
on
so
top
bored
of it.
right now.
It's so good. Welcome to the cooking channel.
This is painful.
It's so good. It's worth it. So good.
Okay. Thank
Scott,
you,
don't you
GameCast.
tell me
Oh my god.
over there with your British food. Don't tell me yucky. Bacon is amazing.
Bro, he's over there spreading beans on toast, so just let him be.
I won't poke.
There's no reasoning with some of these people.
Putting baked beans on toast. Actually, it's probably not that bad, but I do want to have a full English breakfast. Anyways, I'm sorry. I digress. Like hard.
I'm good.
A while ago.
I'm good. Dratzeb with the level 3 membership says, it looks like somebody finally made the Spider-Man Far From Home swinging into a fun game.
Yes.
Absolutely. This is, I mean, this is the game. This is kind of the game we've been waiting for people. I think Resist is the perfect game for people who really, what are you doing? For people who love Sirento and loved, what was Mixed Realms' next game?
Hellsweeper?
Hellsweeper. For people who really loved, oh my god, this is like the only thing I'm supposed to be knowledgeable about, and I was like, I don't even have that knowledge anymore.
Okay, I got you.
If you love extreme locomotion systems, if you're just like, you just want to like test yourself with heights, and you want to test yourself with speed, and you want to test yourself with swinging and jetpacks and just extreme locomotion, it feels good, man. It feels good in Resist just to get around the city. Like if they didn't nail that part, they would have been fucked, because that's the fun here. Like, don't get me wrong, the combat feels good, and even like the little puzzles and stuff I've been solving, that's all good. But like, it's just fun to get around the city. It's good stuff.
I'm definitely going to be shaming Sony and being like, look, this proof of concept actually works, and you should have done this like at launch for PSVR2. Shame on you, Insomniac and Sony. This works. Actually, it will be interesting to see how people react to this, because if most people can play this, not get any sickness, then it shows that, hey, this, like, a Spider-Man game could work, because that's really the one thing that most people say is like, oh, Spider-Man Spider-Man VR game would be a barf simulator. I did not feel like, I don't get motion sickness, but I can usually at least feel a little bit of like uncomfort discomfort. I mean, like a little bit, and like I don't feel anything. Everything feels super clean, super good. So it will be interesting to see how people react to this. Hopefully, hopefully they don't make too many posts about getting sick playing this, and hopefully they're like, yeah, you see, this is great. Sony should do this.
Yeah. I mean, listen. I mean, I think the thing that this doesn't have that Spider-Man has is melee combat. Right. That would have been really.
Do you have a tattoo? I didn't know you had a tattoo.
Am I showing? Yeah,
I think you showed your tattoo.
I mean, I don't listen. I don't.
Do you ever get that PSVR tattoo?
This is I have a handful of tattoos. This is just the one that you see because I'm constantly like scratching my back. I'm like super hairy, so like I'm just scratching everything all the time.
Me too, bro. Hairy club for life.
Actually, wow. Hair
club. Actually, hair club for men.
Actually, doesn't look that bad on camera. It's way worse IRL.
At least my arms all nice and muscly. Do push-ups. They're good for you.
I'm taking it.
Anyways,
this
is so off the rails. We were doing so well. Now we're just completely off the rails.
Don't pretend like we were doing well. We were definitely not doing well. Aethville VR says resist with the level 1 membership. Thank you for being a member. She says resist really deserves a sequel. I agree with you. I actually hope that this is a good proof of concept for the binary mill. Fuck a good proof of concept for Spider-Man VR. I honestly think that they should take this formula, which works incredibly well, make a $50 game with multiple cities, indoor environments, and just and give us reasons to be on foot and go and do like on foot missions and then take to the skies. I mean, like just take this concept and blow it out of the water. But I think it's an amazing place to start. I saw I tweeted about making sure you buy the binary mill games. Because to show your support, to tell them, yes, we want you to keep bringing your games to PSVR2. So buy Resist, buy Into Dark, go buy Gun Club VR, because I mean Gun Club VR, it feels a little outdated, but it's still really, really fun.
I'm gonna just really go to bat. Like as much as I love Gun Club VR, like that game is it's a shooting gallery. It is good, but it is kind of dated. Like just I don't know for me personally. But I am going to be, I 100% support, like, go buy Resist, go buy Into Black. Hopefully it's good. Assuming that this is going to be good too. Don't want to tell anybody to buy anything too soon. But I assume this is going to be good for the rest of it because it's been flawless so far, pretty much.
Well, I think you're going to be on board with where I go with this, AJ, because the whole point of me saying that was because we want them to port Rush VR over to PSVR2, right? And so that was it. It's like, so if you really want that, well, then you got to show your support. And I saw Justin Credible. Sirens on my end. And no disrespect to Justin Credible. He said, meh, whatever. Rush VR looks bad. It's an old game. It looks like an old game. What we want is like a new version, fully blown out, new maps, better graphics, whatever. Rush VR2, whatever you want to call it.
No.
And immediately I thought of what you and I were talking about recently, that like it didn't go well for Wanderer. It didn't go well for Firewall Ultra. It's like sometimes just give us the old fucking game.
Yes. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, man.
Right?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Learn from Firewall Ultra. They tried to reinvent the wheel. They fucked up. They're gone now. Wanderer tried to reinvent the wheel. They're in deep doo-doo right now.
Well,
just
we don't know their financials or anything anything like that.
No, but they'd be like, listen, man. The
reputation
their
is on the line
financials
for sure.
Their reputation is hurt right now, and they would be in a much better place if the game was ready. Right. Do not make the same mistake. And I think, listen, looking at the scope of Resist, I think it shows us what kind of game, what kind of strategy. Binary Mill can handle right now. I think we are at kind of this point right now where like making huge games for VR is kind of risky. I think there's a reason that this game is a little bit, smaller scope. It's very, like I said, it's got some nice qualities to it, but it is like an indie game. It is, like I said, it's very simple. I think it's okay to just keep it as is. And yeah, hopefully they do bring Rush. But if they do, just bring it. It already had DLC. It had a bunch of stuff. Just bring it over. I don't need to to try and reinvent it and then it'd be broken at launch and you guys spent a bunch of resources and extra time and everything. No, just remaster. Simple. It's simple.
Like honestly,
Simple answer.
With Rush, just make it a little prettier, right? Like make it run at 90 native, like you've been making all of your other PSVR1 games and ports to PSVR2 run at.
Enhance it visually.
Yeah, maybe make the ground textures look nicer, whatever.
Yes.
I saw somebody in the chat say, maybe even enhance the sense of speed, right? But don't reinvent the wheel. Like it's okay to just say, hey, here's an up-res better version of the game that you already got, and not Firewall Ultra it. So.
I do actually agree with you that you would if you're going to redo anything, redo the textures, redo the lighting, redo the whatever. But don't mess with the gameplay. That was what it was known for being good at. Like that's, is good. Don't mess with the core mechanics.
So anyway, I think so now that we've gotten Resist, or that we're getting Resist, it's like they can look toward the future and slowly work on a Resist 2 with like all the new stuff that we'd love to have. Same with Rush VR, would love to see. But I've got a lot of faith in the binary mill, and I really feel like that they kind of out of nowhere became the VR studio to be reckoned with, right? Into Black seems like a game I'm gonna spend a ton of time in. Resist, I mean, like I'm having an absolute blast with. They're doing really good work right now, and
they're doing good stuff for sure.
And they seem to be making smart moves. So I hope they continue to do so, and we'll see. Same. And we'll see where that gets them. Right? They're taking a fairly safe approach, and I hope it prevents them from ever having to publish a JPEG on Twitter that says we had to lay off half of our fucking staff, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully these smart, smaller moves.
Calculated decisions.
Yes. Hopefully that gets them where they need to be.
Yeah, I agree. I don't want them blowing their whole load on some game and then having to shut down because it was a risk they took. It's too risky. The market is too risky right now. They're playing it very smart. They're making simple, good indie games, and just keep it that for now.
But I do agree with you, Iceville. Resist really needs a sequel.
Also,
but, yeah,
I was gonna do Rush for my 4-minute challenge until you mentioned it, and now I'm not. Now I've changed my game.
Okay, so when AJ's not paying attention during the rest of the show, it's because he's looking through the PlayStation Store trying to pick a different game. Got it.
I've already picked it.
Red Rover, the effing game cat with the $2 tip says, "Sorry I'm late. Is this Hitman?" Dargans.
Hitman's so good, so freaking good.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I need to get back and play more of it. Hopefully by the time I get back more to it, it'll be all patched up and I won't experience any issues that some people are experiencing. But man, it does look, from what I've played, it's pretty incredible. Incredible.
Breathtaking.
It is. Dratzeb gifted 1 without Parole membership. Thank you so much for your generosity, Dratzeb. That's super sweet of you. Gecko Man 11, the game cat with the €2 says, "Hell yeah, we love a Brian flex." Okay.
He also said, "I apologize for the horny super chat. I've had a bit to drink." That wasn't that bad. That was pretty tame.
I mean, we're gonna be here for a bit. I mean, I'm assuming it could get worse. But thank you very much.
I think it's time for a 4-minute challenge before
we better fucking wrap this shit up. Yeah. Everybody stop drinking. Stop where you are. No more shots. All right. Cool. Did we tackle everything? Did we talk about everything we want to talk about? Yeah, dude, this show's been, I didn't even realize how late it was.
Yeah, we went on for a while.
Cool. Well, then let's do a 4-minute challenge. I'm going to put the clock up on the counter the way that Jeremy likes it, and it's up to you guys. By the way, I just got a text from Jeremy today, and he was like, "Hey," he's like, "Should I be at PAX East?" And I was like, well, "Yeah, I hope so. I hope you want to be." So he might actually get instead of just swinging by for an hour like he did last year. It sounds like he might actually get a 1-day badge for PAX and come spend the day with us. Yeah, I got to touch base with him after the show, but very, very excited. Always exciting to see Jeremy. Jeremy's a great guy, great friend. One of the best you could ask for.
Nicest dude. One of the nicest people on the planet.
For sure. And if you don't know who Jeremy is, then go watch some old episodes of the Midnight GamesCast on. Actually, no, you know what? Don't do that.
I was gonna say, you sure about that?
Yeah,
I'm sure. I don't
know if they've aged well.
I don't know.
Tatum says he's going to be at PAX East. Also, yeah, dude, I get some DMs from you that I don't think I understood.
Tatum!
And so I'm going to have to reread your DMs, Tatum. Because I was like, I don't understand this. I'll have to come back to this. So,
Oh, shit. Hell
What?
yeah, Tatum. Let's go.
what do you say?
You said Tatum's going to be at PAX East?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. It's gonna be so nice. There's still people out there, man, who like I feel like I know so well. Like I feel like Tatum's one of those people I talk to so frequently in voice chat. Like we hang out. I feel like a few times a week. It was almost every day for a while, and it's like I still haven't met him in person. It just feels weird, right? Like it's. I feel like I've met him in person already. That's the crazy thing. So actually, finally being able to check the box and be like, met him. That'll be good. All right. AJ, you've selected a game. Everybody out there, help me out, because you know how dumb I am. So help me figure out what PSVR1 or PSVR2 game AJ is thinking of. We have 4 minutes, but an unlimited number of yes or no questions. Ask good questions, suggest good games based on his answers. Don't fuck it up, AJ. Oops.
I got this.
I fucked it up. I already started the timer. Hold on a second. Hold on. Wait, that's not what I wanted to do. Wait, what is
You
this?
gotta
What's
go.
in the trailer?
Go.
Oh my god, what's
Start.
happening? On your mark. Get this. Oh no. No, I don't. What are we even watching? What is this trailer? What did I accidentally select? I hope it's not porn.
What is happening over there?
I don't know. And go. AJ, is it on PSVR 1?
Yes.
Is it also on PSVR 2?
Yes.
Yes. Is that a new word you just fucking invented? Yes. It's a combination. It means maybe. Okay, so it's on PSVR 1 and PSVR 2. Did we mention it during today's show?
No. That's why I didn't do Rush.
Okay, is there melee combat?
Is there melee combat?
Yeah, that's what I said. Is there fucking melee combat?
No.
Oh okay.
I'd say no. There may be somewhere like hidden there, but no.
Got it.
No.
Is it a top 25 contender?
No.
Okay. Is it good?
Yes.
Okay, so it's good but not great. Okay.
Sure.
Whatever. Let's see. Is it okay, Looper's wondering if you do a lot of shooting with guns in this game.
Yes.
Okay. Is that the primary form of combat?
No. Oh, of combat? Yes.
Okay. All right, is it single player?
Yes.
Is it a wave shooter?
No.
Okay, it's not a wave shooter. Is it an adventure game?
Yeah, I'd say.
Okay. PSVR 1 and PSVR 2. Are there puzzles?
I don't think so. If there are, there's like nothing complex. But no, I don't think so.
Okay. So it's definitely not red matter. Okay, is it based on a known IP? Asshole Darth?
Not like directly, but kind of loosely.
Okay. Cool. It's not by Joyway, is it?
No.
Okay. Just check.
It's a good game.
Just check. Oh, right. But the first one was good. Come on. Is there full locomotion as Neon Groove?
Not really, sort of, kind of, not really.
Are you on rails? Is that what it is? No. You node to node teleportation is
for a small section. You might be on rails, kind of, but no teleportation. I don't think.
Oh my god. Okay, so we don't even know how we're getting around this place. Are there vehicles?
Sure.
Okay. Did we mention it on today's show?
No, I already said no.
Well, whatever. Just double checking. We already mentioned Journey to Foundation on today's show, Dylan. So that cannot be it. Is it cartoony?
Yes, I would say. I would say pretty cartoony. Yes.
Are there zombies?
I don't know. I don't think so.
No.
There might be a zombie in there, but I don't think so.
Okay. I'm scrolling back up, looking for some questions here.
I would say no, but I could
not
be wrong.
Multiplayer, so I guess not survive. it can't be a roller coaster game because you're not on rails.
You're still cold. You need to start getting warmer.
Uh-oh. I don't know. The chat seems like they're giving up. PSVR 1 and PSVR 2. There's not a lot of cross. Is it is it retro inspired?
Yes.
Is it in the Pixel Rip series?
Yes.
Is it take place in the 70s?
No.
Is it Pixel Rip 1995?
Yes, that is correct.
Dude,
with how much time do you have left?
Like it literally just blew up. Like I just
buzzer beater released on October 3rd, 2023 for PS5. And I don't remember when it came out for PS4. This is the retro inspired first person platformer. I don't know. You said full locomotion. I was like, no.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
because you're technically playing as somebody playing a game.
Yeah.
So no.
Yeah.
Not on rails except for when you're in the back of
1978 had a lot of first person sections, but this one did this.
Oh yeah. No. This didn't have any first person like that.
I mean, first person, but not locomotion, right?
Right.
Huh.
Not that I think the streak stays alive, dude. I love Pixel Rip 1995. 1989 and 1995 were definitely my favorites. I think this a fun game. It's a good game, not an amazing game. But I think it's really cool, really unique, and I we're both retro gamers, so we love the the loosely based off a popular IP. I didn't want to say like multiple IPs because
right. That was totally fair. And I should have focused on that more. Once I found out that it wasn't Stride, I immediately forgot about that question. That was the most important question that was asked during the entire game. Yeah. Great. Man, I really hope at some point they bring over Pixel Ripped 1989, the first one in the series. It would be great on PSVR 2. It's still my favorite game in the series because it's the least family friendly of all of them. It just feels like so. I always use the word truant, and I still feel like that's the correct word for it. It just feels like you're, a badass kid doing shit you're not supposed to be doing.
Love that. I think I do like 1995 as well, though.
Yeah, they go in order for me. Like they go right down the line. Like, don't get me wrong. I think 78 or whatever it was is good, but it's definitely the third best of the three games.
Agreed.
Yeah. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out and being part of the show today. And honestly, guys, thank you so much for contributing to the GoFundMe for the PAX Meetup. Again, if you want to do that, I pinned the link to that in the live chat here. Every dollar counts, and it's going to obviously go toward a good place, getting all four of us to PAX, just like it did last year. But you guys are so generous with us all the time that it was just like it almost hurts to ask. So thank you. Make sure you go click all the links you can in the description below. Go subscribe to AJ at PSVR Underground. Make sure you come join our Discord. Come hang out with us. That's where these conversations happen 24/7. Thanks everyone who supports the channel financially over here on YouTube by being a member, over on patreon.com/withoutparolegames, by tipping during the show, by hanging out in the chat. We're just happy that you're here. What the greatest community of all time. It's really fucking good. Some of you suck, but most of you are really, really good. But we also know there's a whole lot of you that sit back and watch the show and don't say a goddamn word. We know you're out there, and we love you just as much. It's Monday, AJ. Should I do it?
Cue the Gato Cat, or Brian, because I want to say, see you guys on Wednesday.
Let's go.
To TGK2. Take care and have a great week, all. Yes, you as well. Everyone, hope everyone has a wonderful week. Steve Irie, thank you so much, my friend. Wave back to you. Kevin Russ, see you later. Ace Gamer Cat says, cue the cat. Ben L of the Game Cat Army. I know I kind of botched that one because I was trying to do something different. That's what happens when you improvise. Shades of Gray Matter, thanks for the show. Thank you, man, for watching. Salvador, my dude, peace out, homie. Guys, on fist bump to you. Aceville says, playing RoboCop. Put this in VR. Yes, I agree. I've played it with UEVR. It's oh my god, it's incredible. But it's bugged on UEVR though, so it doesn't fully work. But when it works, it's amazing. Flame out the game cat, fire, fire, fire. But this time he says boop, boop. Kevin Russ, much love back to you, my friend. Neon Groove, thank you so much. Silver Nexus, my dude, says take care, be merry, and game on. Game cats. Latin, hello, says later cats. Matt _ vegan, excellent show. Thank you so much, man. It was a fun one today. I'm not gonna lie. Melchiah the Soul Raving Game Cat Razio. Still haven't played that remake. Me too. Ace, already got you. Ian Stabridge. Everybody look forward to hearing Dan Kiefer's. Or no, was it Shades of Grey Matter or Dan Kiefer that's going to leave the comment?
Dan Kiefer.
Dan Kiefer. Look forward to your comment after the show. It says Dan Kiefer. Okay, gotta go up my beanie story. There we go. Maybe I'll save someone some money. Night cats. Thank you so much, man. Metro Game Cat. Ooh, that's a new one. I like that. LSB, my homie, what's up, dude? LMBD cat emoji, sniffle person emoji. Two wise underground stranger game cat elitist name squad in the house. Y'all have a wonderful night. So good to see you. Thank you, Brian, for letting me be here as always. Have fun, man. Always feel good. Feeling juiced up now.
Don't get used to it, AJ. Don't get used to it.
No. Oh God.
No.
Are you firing me?
Yeah, don't get used to it. You've only been on the show for fucking 7 years.
Oh, my 7-year anniversary actually passed recently. I've been doing YouTube for 7 years officially.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was March, end of March, when I started my channel. It was around the time Wipeout, Omega Collection, and Preda Vendetta Rising dropped.
Whoa. Cool. Happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Yep.
It's been lovely.
It's been a while. Okay, we love you guys. Have a great night. Bye.